Hello everyone, let's talk about power of attorneys today. We hear power of attorneys term all the time. Either you may be someone's power of attorney, or maybe someone says, hey, you should get power of attorney, you should have a power of attorney, your parents should have a power of attorney. Let's talk about why you would need one, when does it work, how does it work, and some of the details that you should know about these documents. I usually do two, one financial and one healthcare. Just because sometimes people have different people for financial decisions and different people for healthcare decisions, but I've seen them on the same document and that should work just fine, especially if you have the same people for both roles. What's a power of attorney? Because people assume you know what a power of attorney is. It's basically a document that allows someone else to act on your behalf, to be able to maybe talk to your insurance company or file your taxes, access your bank accounts, pay off your mortgage, require money to be paid to you, I don't know, from somewhere you are entitled to it or something like that. And of course, medical is medical decisions. That's pretty self-explanatory. But let's talk about the financial one more so, because this is a big deal, right? You're allowing someone to be you with all your money. And your money could be, like I said, bank accounts, could be your retirement, could be life insurance, investments, anything you have. This POA, this attorney, in fact, these people you are choosing as your power of attorneys, they'll have the authority to access, make changes, cash out, and do all that. So let's talk about some things that you can do to protect yourself, or some things you should be aware. For example, the power of attorney can be effective in two different ways. One, a power of attorney can be effective upon incapacity, meaning that in order for someone to use that document, in order for them to be able to go to the bank and take cash out or talk to your insurance or do something, they have to show you're incapacitated. How do they show that? The document should have a definition. The most common one is two licensed physicians say that you are unable to manage your affairs. So if you are unable to manage your affairs because you were in a car accident, because you have a mental condition or something like that, then they need to get those statements first before they can use the document. So you can see how that can be helpful, especially if you trust the people, but you're not ready just yet to allow them that full access. Maybe you have young adult kids, or maybe you trust the people, but they may have a spouse that you don't trust or something like that. The other way a power of attorney is effective is immediately. With that immediately effectiveness, that means at any time, if your trusted person, whomever you nominated first, has access to the document, can take it to the bank and start accessing your bank accounts and do things for you. And that may be what you wanted because you are up in age, or you fully trust your kids, or whatever the situation may be. You want that to be effective immediately because you don't want them to go through the burden of showing you're incapacitated, especially if you're not incapacitated. So there is no right or wrong time for the power of attorney to be effective. What's very important is that you understand when it is. So if you already have a power of attorney in place, please pull up the document and see where it says, when is this document effective. If your power of attorney is effective immediately and that's not what you want, because you want that extra protection there, just make sure you update that. Or if that's how you want it, perfect, there's nothing you need to do. Or if your power of attorney is effective upon incapacity, make sure you read and hopefully you find a definition of what incapacity means and talk to your people. Hey, this is what you would need to do if you need to use the power of attorney. Give them a heads up. You understand how that works. It truly is a big deal. Most healthcare power of attorneys, the medical ones, are effective immediately, and you usually want it that way because if there is a medical emergency, you want someone to walk right in and use the document, talk to the doctors, make decisions, sign consents, and so on. It is worth mentioning, before I let you go, that the power of attorneys, all power of attorneys terminate upon death. This is a very common misconception. People think, Mom passed, I'm her power of attorney, I'm okay, I'm in charge of everything. You are not. The power of attorney terminates upon death. So when the person dies, the power of attorney no longer works. So ideally you have something else in place, a will, a trust, or something to hopefully avoid probate. The other thing is, if you don't have a power of attorney and something happens, you get into a car accident or you develop a mental condition, you waited too long to get one, the alternative is a guardianship proceeding. This is in Oklahoma. Someone has to go through the courts to be appointed. It's expensive, it's a hassle, it's a mess, and you lose control over who serves and what your wishes are for your assets. So I hope this video helped. I know I packed a lot in it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me an email or give me a call. I would love to hear from you. Thank you.